The hero's journey, perhaps the most important part of any story. A common template in which the hero seeks adventure, commits to a series of tasks, and ultimately concludes a crisis and claims victory. And in the end, the hero comes home a changed and transformed person and discovers who they really are. An example I'm looking at today is something I class as an underrated masterclass of filmmaking on practically every scale imaginable. To its self-aware writing and beautiful storytelling, never have I ever seen an animated movie that reaches such heights and explores themes such as identity and our place in the world. And that movie happens to be none other
Rango.
Rango is a lonely lizard who gets the call to adventure when he's stranded in the desert. He meets a wise mentor who guides him to overcome his threshold, and along the way commits to a road of trials to overcome his fears and ultimately finds his true self. Our protagonist starts out nameless, lonely in a vacuum, who's influenced by movies such as The Good, the Bad and the Ugly and Fistful of Dollars.
I know who I am. I'm the guy, the protagonist, the hero.
His charm and likability allows him to create a character for himself, which tricks his new friends into believing he's a dangerous outlaw.
Exactly. Where did you say you were from?
Me? I'm from the west. Out there, beyond the horizon. Past the sunset. The far west.
Which grants himself the honor of sheriff and convinces his new friends to believe in him. Being a chameleon was the best possible choice of animal for Rango to be, as the film's message is all about blending into new environments, as is a common trait with chameleons. It also reflects Rango as a character, as he is going through an identity crisis, trying to fit in and find his place in the world. Isn't that what we're all searching for? A sense of purpose? A place in this world?
The stage is waiting. The audience thirsts for adventure. Who am I? I could be anyone.
With this humble lizard comes responsibility to bring justice to the small town that is Dirt, tormented by bandits, gunslingers, and a dangerously low amount of water. Something that completely blew me away was the look and aesthetic of the movie. It is gorgeous. I mean, it is of no surprise considering cinematographer Roger Deakins was at the helm, who has gone on to do such work such as Blade Runner 2049 and 1917. Rango is one of the best looking movies I have ever seen. Beauty engulfs the screen when each shot splatters with a palette of multicolours and filled to the brim with camera setup so precise it'll leave your eyes darting around the screen, targeting each and every detail the screen has to offer. It's gone to the point where in most shots they look like a photograph. I mean, just look at the water and the sky in this scene for instance, or even the mountainside in the desert wasteland. Considering its animation, the West has never looked so marvellous. I would even go on to say that Rango is a consistent feast for the eyes. Rango is an animated movie that isn't afraid to be ugly. It's what separates Rango from other animated movies. Most movies with talking animals are always clean, cute and cuddly. Not saying that's wrong, but it's gotten repetitive and stale at this point, and the things that made the talking animal genre unique and creative has been brought down by the same old tropes we're used to seeing. Rango's character designs, however, are wonderfully unique and fit the film's aesthetic look masterfully. Each character is basically splattered with personality, dripping with it, to the point where you can take one look at any character in the movie and know just about everything about them. It's not just a dirty, depressing, bleak look about them that's interesting. To me, it's the design imperfections that intrigue me the most. Most animated animals are symmetrical in their look. Rango, however, thrives on flawed character traits. For example, Rango's left eye is bigger than his right. The vulture has a prosthetic leg. This rabbit is missing an ear. This Komodo dragon is missing teeth and a few horns. The list goes on, and you can definitely tell the designers had an absolute blast when giving life to these people of Dirt, especially giving all these different animals like reptiles, dogs, cats and birds distinct looks and giving them the Western treatment. The designers spent up to 9 months just coming up with a design choice for Rango, so this level of passion for the movie cannot be ignored. Director Gore Verbinski used a new technique behind the scenes, and instead of having the voice actors cooped up in separate rooms doing the voice work, he would have the cast act out their scenes together to ensure their performances were to the fullest. This level of commitment cannot be ignored. Featuring such talent as Johnny Depp, Isla Fisher, Bill Nye, Ray Winstone, who were all wonderful in the movie, especially Johnny Depp, who is just perfect casting and absolutely terrific in the movie. Depp knocks it out of the park in this role when mastering both the comedic and serious aspects of the character of Rango. Here is where the casting plays a huge part, because Rango as a character is kind of a jackass, and without Johnny Depp's likeable voice acting, it could have easily missed the mark.
That means we're riding now! This moment.
Rango is a brilliantly written character. His self-aware dialogue to his relatable motivations makes him extremely likable. It's obvious his lies are eating him up inside, slowly realizing his mistakes, which leads to his lies eventually spilling out, and having to face the truth that he is a false hero and a fraud. When Rango is approached by the spirit of the West, it is an obvious nod to the legendary actor Clint Eastwood, who is an icon among the classic Western genre. He tells Rango to become a hero, not only for himself, but more importantly for other people. Always be yourself, and do what must be done.
Don't you see? It's not about you. It's about them.
It's this part in the hero's journey where he learns a valuable lesson and changes himself for the betterment of others and to save the day and free the people.
It only takes one bullet.
You ain't got the nerve.
Try me.